deer right on the left. How about that? Okay, there's a buck on the left. You can tell because the male turkey will have a feather come out the front of its chest towards the ground. Some people with you, make sure you hold on to them. This is stop number 6. We call it the Grotto. His name was Walter. Him and his buddies came out their horses. I'm assuming. Got good eyes. Look over there. You'll see some early risers are on the trailhead. I can see some. And then they'll look at you and want to peck your bumper, so it's kind of fun. But by the way, look off your left shoulder way up high. That big gray rock back there called Great White Throne, 6,729 feet above the year. Their nesting area is right off the left side of the canyon. Up there, see some white spots up there. You'll see where their nests are located. Folks, you are to be congratulated for being early risers, because in about 2 hours this whole canyon will be crazy with people and bicycles. So you're just as smart as you are.
Thank you.
This mountain on the left of us, the sun is just touching the top of it up there, called the Sentinel Mountain. Was instrumental in the forming of this canyon some 2,000 years ago. But we're right here just a few years ago, 1995, this little slide came across the roadway, blocked it off. And the river, they cleaned it all off, made it pretty again, and named it the Sentinel Slide. Well, all of that dirt that sits behind that little slide was what I'm talking about that happened 2,000 years ago. As it came off the original pushing of everything up with all volcanic activity, seismic activity, and the intracontinental shifting that was going on, this big hill of dirt rock here on the left side of the bus came all the way across the canyon right here where we're driving. Now it's about 700 or 800 feet above us. If you can imagine all of this being dirt right here, that's exactly what we're talking about. So what happened was it blocked off the river and it caused a gigantic lake to be formed inside the park. So it wasn't a park back then, but it went all the way to the ends. From here, stop 4 is where it started, and it goes all the way up to the Temple of Sinawava. Now, how deep was that lake? It got to 350 feet deep, so it was a pretty sizable lake. In forms of depth, maybe not be very wide, but it was long and meandering. What it did was it created a flat bottom in the canyon. As river water slows down, you guys, it drops all the sand and sediment it carries and drops to the bottom. And so I'll show you about that in just a second here. Folks, we are approaching stop number 4. This is the first stop up the canyon. It's the Patriarchs. Those 3 large rock formations on the left-hand side are just waking up with a little bit of sun on them. They were given biblical names years ago. Well, there's a short hike here on the right. How short? 150 feet, cemented path, a handrail. So you go up to the top. There will be a plaque up there with the biblical names that they were given a long time ago. So if you want a picture and you want to find out the names, here's your chance. Oh, look what we have here. This is the turkey stop. They're just saying hello. They made it through Thanksgiving, so they're pretty happy. You can tell because the male turkey will have a feather come out the front of its chest towards the ground. That's the difference. All right, guys, stop number 4. We'll call it the turkey stop. Anybody?
No.
All right, yeah, snap a picture or two. That's what I was talking about, the wildlife. Those are in the button. Now it's interesting because the male turkeys, like teenage boys, are up there at the north end of the, and they run around and they are aggressive and crazy like. All right, we're going to continue up canyon. Alright, so this is why the flat bottom you see here on the left side. And what it did give us, if you think about predetermined, I think like that, give us a flat bottom would allow these trees, the bushes, the grass, all that to grow, and a great place for the wildlife to hang out. The deer, one, two on the left. She's looking at you. See her cute face? That's just the fun. The first year for her. Oh, we'll see more. Now the rut is on, so the bucks have come down and they're just hanging out. We haven't seen them all summer, and then all of a sudden here they are. So this, the Sentinel Lake is what that was called, was instrumental in making this flat bottom. It gave us a really beautiful canyon that we call Zion National Park. So in fact, they gave us a place for the roadway and the buildings you're going to see up here that's just a few minutes. If you're looking up at the mountain and you're wondering where they got the coloring from, you guys, the mineral content of iron gives us that brown, chocolatey, almost rusty look. Some in places it looks caramel. And then when you get to the top, you see it's void of that. It's more sand, silica, and mud silt. And with the help of Mother Nature and Mr. Sun, we have some bleaching out effects and what I call ice cream tops make for the coolest pictures here in the park. As we come up to the next break, with the trees go away, we have more grass up here. Right past this area, about 200 feet in front of us, is typically where you're going to see some deer.
Scenic drive-টাকে দিয়ে দেবো নাকি আগে এসে? Scenic drive কেমনে দিব? এটাই তা ঘুরবে আর কি।
They're off on the right. There's some laying down there.
Height ছোট বড় করা যাবে Scenic drive. Scenic drive 5
The buck sitting right there looking at you. He's sitting down. You see him?
আমরা অর্ধেক পর্যন্ত যাবো আসলে। তারপর আবার
to the right. Just sitting there, just wondering where this lady's on. Here we have one on the left. This is a young buck over there. Another half an hour or so, they'll be wandering around a little bit. Very cool. I hate my job. No, the only time I really realize I work and I have a paycheck once every 2 weeks. By the way, you guys, we are coming up to the next stop number 5, Zion's Lodge. It is the icon to the park. Well, it was built in 1924 along with these cabins right here on the right side. Now that was significant because they separated the buildings. That was a great choice with the main structure of the lodge. It burned down to the ground in 1966, so they were in a pickle. They needed to replace it as quickly as possible, so they went to the resource of wood that is right up on top of the mountain here just north of us. They cut down enough timber and they hauled it over to the edge of the top of the mountain, put it in big boxes, attached cables to it, dropped it off the side down to the valley floor. They hauled in 265,000 linear feet of lumber. And with the help of the CCC, now there's a history lesson right there. Go Google it. And they rebuilt the lodge in 108 days. That's pretty cool. Then they made some improvements with it. They put in a full-service restaurant, a gift shop, a cafe for short orders. They added ice cream. And just a few years ago, somebody said, hey, why don't we have a beer garden? So guess what we got now? A beer garden. There she is, the lodge. It's beautiful, simple, straightforward, and drop-dead gorgeous. And I'm sure it fits into this backdrop, does it not? We love it. That big old cottonwood tree you see on the right, surrounded by that little fence, over 100 years old as well. Beer garden will open at noon, so if you come out, you feel thirsty, here's your stop. By the way, here's the secret to all your stops in the canyon. Every stop has a lollipop sign with a number on it. Go to the sign, read what is written right below the number. I guarantee it'll tell you the direction the bus is headed at that stop that you're standing at. Got me?
Yes.
Now you know the secret. This is stop 5, Zion's Lodge. Anybody want out? I don't blame you, nothing's open.
Somebody that wants in.
I have someone wanting to get on. You ordered this bus, ma'am? Canyon has a just like a human response when the sun starts coming up slowly. You know, when you first wake up in the morning, you yawn, you look around, you look, what am I doing? It's doing the same thing. When they first came into the park in 1919, there was no buildings, no roadways, nothing. It was a trail, and they made a dirt road in here way back then, probably for wagons, horses, and maybe a motorized vehicle or two. They brought people all the way in this area we're coming up to, and they called it the Shady Picnic Area. Well, they brought in all the dignitaries from all over because they wanted to talk about making this thing, what they call a beautiful place, into a national park, and that's where they brought them. Well, when they had their picnic and shindig, and then they discovered there was a spring of water, and they put it to use, and ever since, every day ever since, has been giving up fresh, tasty spring water right here at stop number 6. So that's pretty cool. By the way, we are approaching this stop number 6. It's called the Grotto. Trailhead for Emerald Pools and Angel's Landing. Both of those trails are on. Oh, there's a family of deer right on the left. How about that? Okay, there's a buck on the left. There's one sitting up here to the right. And several doe. There's like, that's pretty cool. I haven't seen that for a while. Look at that buck. He's looking at us like, what do you think you're doing? These are mine. And the guy, you know, he's right around all the females. But what's this guy over here doing on right? He's sitting there like, yeah, I'm not getting that part right. Oh, there's a couple more. Here's another young buck right down here by the hill.
Oh, yeah.
That's pretty cool. They're just now starting to wake up, you guys. Anyway, both trailheads are on the left side of the roadway. When you get up here, you do have to cross the road to get from. But before you go on any hike, make sure you have plenty of water. So we have 2 water refilling stations on the building on the right-hand side of the stop. The one on the left corner is the spring water one. The other one is culinary, you decide. Now this bus stop does get busy, alright, so this afternoon when you come back out for your hike, please pay attention because buses head in 2 different directions. Whenever possible, pass behind buses, that's for your safety. If you have young people with you, make sure you hold on to them. This is stop number 6. We call it the Grotto. The lake finally breached the ground and it just carved itself back down to a river. By the way, if you've never seen Angel's Landing, you guys, it's right in front of the bus. I'll make the turn. It'll come on the left side of the bus. It's through the trees. It's the red rock with the sky on both sides of it. The sun isn't even touching it, so asleep. Well, how big is it? Well, it stands 5,790 feet above sea level, or 1,488 feet from the ground, the floor, all the way up to the top. Now to get over there, you got to do the Western Trail, but there are 21 switchbacks that some crazy person built to get up there. Well, listen to this story. Gentleman's name was Walter. Him and his buddies came out their horses on a I'm assuming, 100 years ago. And Walter looked up there right where I'm pointing up front of us, that sky forms a V. He says, hey, I want to build a trail up there. And they looked at him and said, why? He said, well, wouldn't it be cool if we could climb that big rock right there that's sitting by itself? They had no idea what was going to be called. So he pulled out a pickaxe and a shovel, you guys, and off he went. They looked at him and go, oh, what is he doing? So they followed him, they helped him. He built 21 switchbacks in this little shallow canyon right here to the left. They rise 1,000 feet from the canyon floor to the bottom of that V. Now that bottom of that V is called Scout Outlook. If you got good eyes, look over there. You'll see some early risers are on the trailhead. I can see some. It wiggles back and forth. When he was done, they said, Walter, we can't believe you did that. So cool. We're going to name these after you. And they named them Walter's Wiggle. Oh my gosh, what a name, right? Google it. You'll see some cool pictures. But they rise an average 46.5 feet per switchback rise. Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, you gotta pound your legs going up, and guess what? You gotta pound coming back down. That's the only way up to Angel's Landing, by the way, folks. It's the only way back down. So we say thank you, Walter. Not only did he have the vision, the passion, but the tenacity to finish that job, and now millions of people utilize his trail to get up and get back down from Angel's Landing. By the way, where did the name come from? We had a Methodist minister come out about the same time, and he looked up there, was with a group of people. Somebody said, hey, how do we get up there? And he says, you don't. That's where angels land. And it stuck. Alright, you guys, he didn't know Walter was building that trailhead, obviously, because now it's been changed. So if you're on the left side of my bus right now, all you gotta do is look left and straight up. The Angel's Landing is directly right above us.
তোরা নিয়ে উঠতাম এখানে একটু হাইট কিছুদিন প্র্যাকটিস করি
By the way, up front of the bus ahead to the left is a white cap mountain. Look with a point on it. That's observation point. 6,512 feet. It's up there. You can actually get up there and look down on Angel's Landing. And it's an amazing point of view. You can see the entire canyon. I've been there, and it's amazing height. Now, usually they would go up here at stop 7, but since it's closed, the Eastern Trail is no longer available to you. There's only one other way to get up there. It's from the backside on top of the mountain, which is the easiest route. 3-mile round trip. You're walking through pine trees on basically level ground. And there's a restaurant up there at the resort. So if you want more information about how to get up there, come see me at the end of the stop 9, okay? Okay, here's the pack of boy turkeys. They're not very smart. I'm gonna figure this out. They're on the middle of the road. Now watch, here comes a bus coming down right at us. They won't move. You'll have to kill you about 5 feet from them, and then they'll charge you because they think they're the big dog in the canyon. See now, see the feather, if I get closer, maybe you can see the feather that sticks out their chest. They'll say so. And then they'll look at you and want to peck your bumper, so it's kind of fun, but he's trying to figure out how do I beat this guy. He's racing me. There's a good picture for you though. Right there. Yeah, wildlife, we make sure that we give them the free rein here and there. It's cool, huh?
Nice.
Alright. Why do turkeys cross the road?
To fight
I have no
buses.
idea. By the way, look off your left shoulder way up high, that big gray rock back there called Great White Throne, 6,729 feet of it. Beautiful picture, by the way. This brown rock right next to us is called the organ, because the end rocks look like organ pipes. really good pictures in this morning light like that. As we come around the bend here up to this is the back side of Angel's Landing. You possibly could see somebody up there on top of Angel's Landing if you got good eyes. There you see how the great white storm disappeared behind the organ here. Well, there's a saddle right behind the organ. It's attached to the bottom of Angel's Landing. Well, the great white storm, he's going to sneak right in the middle of that. And you talk about a perfect picture. Here at stop number 8. It's only available to you coming down Canyon, so if you want that picture, make sure you come off here at stop number 8. You learn about the largest bird in North America, by the way. Lives right here in the canyon, Zions National Park. It's the California Condor, you guys. It stands 3.5 feet tall, only weighs 20 pounds. It lays 1 egg a year. Their nesting area is right off the left side of the canyon. Up there, see some white spots up there. You'll see where their nests are located. It's a scavenger, so only eats once every 2 or 3 weeks, and when it does fly, it flies for hours and hundreds of miles in search of food. Well, how big are the wings? That's what's important. Here they are. The wingspan 9 foot 8 inches out to 12 feet. You guys, that's wider than the front of my bus. So now California Condors soar in Zions National Park, and now you know with what wings how they do that soaring with. We are just a couple of minutes from entering the temple. Another real good picture as we come around the trees are going to break here to your left, and you can look back towards Angel's Landing and the west rim right there. This lighting is pretty good for a nice picture right there. And you can see back there right now.
Living vicariously. That's what I needed when we were walking past this people.
Okay, we just got through Dead Man's Curve, and now we are entering into the Temple of Sinawava, you guys. Here's this bowl-shaped area here at the end of the canyon. It is formed by these majestic sandstone mountains above us. Now this is the area where the Native American Indians used to live, hunt, and play, you guys. They're the ones that gave it its name. Now you're here for a different reason. You want to walk on the riverside walk, and maybe go up the river, and that's called the Narrows. Well, it's 1.1 mile. Hard surface, easy walk to the river's edge. Time to come out, turn around, come back, or go up the river. Off you go, have some fun. Now, the restroom building is not in service, so we have porta potties for your use. They're on the left-hand side of the parking area, left of where the buses are. Alright, now, but the water refilling station on the restroom building is in operation, so you can utilize that. Now, how do you get to the trailhead? As we get up here to this bus, we're going to stop real short. We'll look to your right. There's a brown patio overhang. Go underneath it to the right. Make a hard left turn. Walk behind it. You'll walk right towards the white canopy. Guess what? You'll be on the trailhead. Off you go. This is stop number 9, the Temple of Sinawava. Everybody is required to get off the bus at this stop. You have arrived. Watch your step.
No, no.
number 8 called Big Ben. Anyway.
네, 난 사우스 텍사스에 이제 사우스 텍사스로 소원을 말해서 알아서 그렇지. 알아서
Off the right side of the bus, way up there, the other side of the canyon, great white strong. Turkeys down low on the right. Coming up to stop 6, the Grotto. guys, we're coming up to stop number 5, Zion's Lodge. If you're hungry or thirsty, they got you covered. They have a full service restaurant. Food is good, by the way. They have a gift shop, a cafe for short orders. They have ice cream. What else could you want, right? Oh wait, there's a beer garden. Yep, we do have a beer garden open to us. No. Stop number 5, Zion's Lodge. Okay, guys, we're coming up to stop number 4, Court to the Patriarchs. It's the 3 large rock formations on the right side of the canyon. Well, there's a short hike that's associated in the stop that's on the other side of the road. It's only 150 feet long. You go up a cement path with a handrail. Go up there, take an amazing picture, by the way. And there's a plaque up there. Why? They were given biblical names years ago, so the names are on the plaque. So go up there, take an amazing picture, and find out what the biblical names were given to the patriarchs. This is, oh, hello dear. Little mama deer right there. Stop number 4, Court of the Patriarchs. Okay, folks, we're approaching stop number 3 coming down canyons called Junction. Now, if you want to walk back to the visitor center on this beautiful day, it's only a mile and a half downhill on the Patriarchs trail. It's a hard surface trail, does cross the river several times, so it takes some pretty cool pictures. This is stop number 3 called the Junction. Okay, for those of you that just get on the bus, this bus will take you back to the visitor center. And if there's a line, and I guarantee you there will be one this morning, you'll have to get off the bus and get into that back of that line, okay? That's how it works. Folks, we're coming up to stop number 2, the museum. Here they have talk about the human history as well as the geological history here in the park. There's also a store in the museum. It opened at 10. Stop number 2, the museum. guys, as we're approaching stop number 1, the visitor center, it is a stop where everybody is required to get off the bus at the location. When we get up there, just follow the sidewalk to the right. It'll take you past the visitor center, and it'll take you to the end of the line for if you're trying to go back up canyon. And be sure, hope you guys enjoyed your visit today. Here in the park, we have to be beautiful, a little cool this morning, but with the sun coming up now, it's starting to turn much favorable. And as far as I'm concerned, thanks for riding with us today. It was a pleasure having you on the bus. We hope you'll come back and see us again real soon. So happy trails to everybody until we meet again.
মানুষের ছবিগুলো সবাই তাহলে রিয়েলাইজ করবে সুন্দর ভিডিও না মানুষ